On our wedding day, my fiancé claimed his secretary was carsick and told me to sit in the back car. As the bride, not being allowed to ride in the front was unthinkable. I asked my future mother-in-law and sister-in-law for support, but they both surprisingly sided against me, urging me to be magnanimous. Relatives and friends were waiting to see me smile, especially jealous colleagues who had already recorded a video mocking me. I climbed into my childhood sweetheart's passenger seat. "Didn't you say you didn't want me to marry anyone else? So, are we getting our marriage certificate now?" My childhood sweetheart beamed. "Absolutely." When my ex-fiancé's family found out I had already gotten a marriage certificate with someone else, they panicked. I woke up early today and finally finished all the wedding procedures. Just as I was about to get into the wedding car, holding up the heirloom gown, Jason Miller stopped me. "Wait a moment. You have to sit in the back car." I froze. "What?" "Selena is carsick, so she has to sit in the front. Just bear with it, it's not far." "Jason, today's our wedding. I'm the bride. I sit in the back car, you and your secretary sit in front. Isn't that obvious? Besides, most people with car sickness roll down the window or, at worst, sit in the front passenger seat. This is the first time I've heard someone has to sit in the front." Selena Quinn's smugness was unbearable. "Sorry, Lydia, my condition is unusual." Mr. Shin felt sorry for me and insisted I ride in the front car with him. I didn't want to. "It's against protocol." I was furious. You know it breaks protocol. But with so many relatives and friends around, I held back and spoke calmly. "The first car is always for the bride and groom. If you let Selena ride with you, people who don't know will think you're marrying her. Why care what others think? Friends and family here know who I'm marrying." Seeing I couldn't convince him, I went to his mother. "Mom, Jason insists his secretary rides in the first car and told me to find a seat in the back." Before she could reply, his sister interrupted. "Sis-in-law, if my brother asked you to, just do it. It's not a big deal. Why complain to me?" "Lydia, Jason's so busy he needs his secretary with him at all times. If there's work, it's convenient. You're going to be married, be more tolerant." I understood clearly, this family was taking the outsider's side. Jason opened the first car door for Selena and watched her get in. Relatives and friends whispered. Some were surprised, some displeased, but most were gloating, waiting for me to embarrass myself. A few colleagues, who usually didn't get along with me at work, stopped pretending and pulled out their phones to film the lead car and me. As they filmed, they said, "The green tea who forced a marriage came back too soon. Even though President Miller married her, he won't even let her ride in the lead car. Our Selena is President Miller's true love. Even if the green tea won, what good is it? Now she can't even ride in the wedding car with him." Their words grew louder, and I snapped. "Shut up." The men reluctantly put their phones away. "Lydia, even if you tricked President Miller into marrying you, you don't compare to Selena in his heart." "That's right. If I were you, I wouldn't get married today. If you have any shame, just go home." Chapter 2: Why shouldn't I get married? I'm getting married today. If I didn't, that bitch Selena would get her way. Everyone thought I forced Jason to marry me, but the truth was the opposite. To win me over, Jason chartered an entire cruise ship. He launched 999 fireworks on the Brooklyn Bridge, New York's bustling heart. To get me to marry him, Jason proposed 18 times. The last time, terrified of heights, he jumped off the world's tallest bungee platform just because I said, "If you dare jump, I'll marry you." No matter how beautiful the past was, now outsiders see it as a joke. I found a random car, opened the passenger door, and got in. "You won't even let me, the bride, ride in the front car at our wedding? Are you sure you want to get married?" I turned to see Charles Nolan, my childhood friend who'd grown up with me. "Are you here to laugh at me?" When I first wanted to marry Jason, Charles was fiercely against it. We argued so much, we almost stopped talking. "I'm not that free." After a brief silence, Charles spoke again. If you say you don't want to get married now, I'll take you away right now. To the wedding. He's done this to you, and you still want to marry him? Drive. Charles slammed the steering wheel, then started the car and headed toward the wedding. Halfway there, a small car suddenly appeared and rammed us head-on. Thankfully, Charles's driving was expert. He swerved and barely scraped the other car. A girl in a miniskirt jumped out, ran over, and knocked on our window. How could you drive like that? You've wrecked my car. None of you is leaving today. You have to fix it. Stay inside. I'll take care of it. She looked oddly familiar, but I couldn't place her. Then Jason called. Where are you? We've been waiting forever. Why aren't you here yet? I was in a car accident, the girl next to me said. A car accident on such a happy day? Bad luck. Maybe God doesn't want you to get married? Don't talk nonsense. Lydia, get a taxi here quickly. Don't miss the auspicious time. My throat tightened. I was in an accident, and your first concern isn't if I'm hurt, but if we missed the auspicious time? My wife is lucky she'll be fine. Get a taxi here fast. Everyone's waiting. Jason hung up. As I got out of the car, someone grabbed my wrist. You can't leave. No one in this car leaves today. The girl who hit us was holding me. Looking closer, I finally recognized her. Though I didn't know her name, I'd met her once at work. Selena's best friend. Charles stepped in front of me. This is my car. If you have something to say, say it. No one here leaves. Who knows if you hit me on purpose? Sister, there are surveillance cameras. You hit us. I don't care. None of you leave. I sneered. Did Selena send you to stop me? The girl froze, clearly caught off guard. Who's Selena? I don't even know her. Chapter 3. My phone rang again. It was Selena's video call. When I answered, she was wearing my couture wedding gown. Behind her, my makeup artist was styling her hair. Lydia Newton, how do I look? Don't misunderstand, Mr. Miller said you might not make it. He worried we'd miss the auspicious time, so he asked me to stand in for you. You don't have to rush here. I'll livestream the whole wedding. I won't say more. The ceremony's about to start. I silently leaned back into the car, watching what used to be my wedding unfold perfectly. I'd carefully chosen the venue, down to every flower. But now, someone else stood where I should be. At the ceremony's peak, the host announced, the groom may kiss his bride. Jason leaned in without hesitation and kissed her. The camera zoomed in on their kiss, their lips and teeth clearly visible as they pulled apart. I felt nauseous and opened the car door, unable to stop myself from vomiting. Charles quickly patted my back. Why did you throw up so suddenly? I'll take you to the hospital. I waved him off and rinsed my mouth with the water he handed me. The heirloom gown was glaringly obvious now, and I just wanted it off. Out of the corner of my eye, I spotted a bag on the back seat. I grabbed it and found Charles's freshly dry-cleaned shirt and pants inside. I removed the heavy headdress and changed into his clothes. Though far too big, I rolled up the cuffs and tightened the waistband with a rubber band to make them fit. At that moment, my phone rang again. Lydia, was our wedding beautiful? Mr. Miller and I will be toasting guests soon. Your family doesn't seem to care about you. They didn't even notice the bride had changed. I won't livestream the toasts, it's a waste of battery. I'm hanging up now. Charles returned. That woman's acting crazy. I'm too tired to argue with her. Let my assistant handle it. His eyes nearly popped when he saw me in his clothes. What are you doing? Mind if I wear your clothes? Charles was stunned. No, I don't mind. Not planning to get married? Jason and Selena have already finished their wedding. Charles, didn't you say you didn't want me to marry anyone else? So, are we going to get our marriage certificate now? Charles was speechless. You mean for us? Get a marriage certificate? I nodded. If you don't want to, forget it. Charles lit up instantly. I'll take you. Why wouldn't I want to? I'd love that. He slammed the accelerator and drove straight to the Registrar of Vital Records, where we got our marriage certificate without hesitation. Let's go to the hotel. Charles blushed, embarrassed. So soon? We haven't even held hands yet. What are you thinking? I asked you to take me to the hotel where my wedding is held. The banquet shouldn't be over yet. Let's go give Jason and Selena some money. Okay. After arriving, I casually grabbed a red envelope and slipped $38 inside. Charles and I sat quietly in an out-of-the-way corner. After a while, Jason and Selena came over to toast to our table. At first, they didn't recognize me. It wasn't until my turn that Jason looked at me. Lydia, when did you get here? Whose clothes are you wearing? Chapter 4. The bride's changed, and I'm still wearing the same dress. Isn't that ironic? Don't get me wrong. You had an accident on the way and couldn't make it, so I asked Selena to handle the formalities. Not only would you have missed the auspicious time, but it wouldn't look right with so many friends and family waiting. I nodded. I understand. Miller's mother and Jenna Linwood arrived. Hey, sister-in-law, what are you wearing? Men's clothes? Lydia, isn't that what Mom's saying? Just because Jason didn't let you ride first, you deliberately skipped the wedding to embarrass him. You're naive. If Selena hadn't stepped in, the whole family would have been humiliated. Don't do that again. Even if Jason dotes on you, I won't tolerate you. Didn't you tell Auntie I was in a car accident? The car that hit me was driven by Selena's best friend. She's been detained by police for deliberately hitting us and will face criminal charges. Selena looked flustered, and Jason quickly defended her. What do you mean by Selena's best friend? You make it sound like Selena asked her friend to hit you. Is that true? Impossible. I know Selena. She's kind and gentle, with no hidden motives. How could she ask her friend to crash into your car? Selena's eyes filled with tears. Mr. Miller, thank you for trusting me. Otherwise, even if I jumped into the Yellow River, I couldn't clear my name. Don't be afraid. Some people just like to bite the dog. Jason, are you calling me a dog? I just want you to see that Selena helped you today. You should thank her, not slander her. Hurry and apologize to her. I was planning a wedding for you, but if you don't apologize, there won't be one. I scoffed. If you won't do it, someone else will. Right, husband? Charles playfully slapped my forehead. I kissed his head gently. Of course. Jason blinked, shocked. What did you call him? Husband. He's my husband legally. Thank you for not marrying me. I'm Mrs. Nolan now. Chapter 3. My phone rang again. It was Selena's video call. When I answered, she was wearing my couture wedding gown. Behind her, my makeup artist was styling her hair. Lydia Newton, how do I look? Don't misunderstand, Mr. Miller said you might not make it. He worried we'd miss the auspicious time, so he asked me to stand in for you. You don't have to rush here. I'll livestream the whole wedding. I won't say more. The ceremony's about to start. I silently leaned back into the car, watching what used to be my wedding unfold perfectly. I'd carefully chosen the venue, down to every flower. But now, someone else stood where I should be. At the ceremony's peak, the host announced, the groom may kiss his bride. Jason leaned in without hesitation and kissed her. The camera zoomed in on their kiss, their lips and teeth clearly visible as they pulled apart. I felt nauseous and opened the car door, unable to stop myself from vomiting. Charles quickly patted my back. Why did you throw up so suddenly? I'll take you to the hospital. I waved him off and rinsed my mouth with the water he handed me. The heirloom gown was glaringly obvious now, and I just wanted it off. Out of the corner of my eye, I spotted a bag on the back seat. I grabbed it and found Charles's freshly dry-cleaned shirt and pants inside. I removed the heavy headdress and changed into his clothes. Though far too big, I rolled up the cuffs and tightened the waistband with a rubber band to make them fit. At that moment, my phone rang again. Lydia, was our wedding beautiful? Mr. Miller and I will be toasting guests soon. Your family doesn't seem to care about you. They didn't even notice the bride had changed. I won't livestream the toasts, it's a waste of battery. I'm hanging up now. Charles returned. That woman's acting crazy. I'm too tired to argue with her. Let my assistant handle it. His eyes nearly popped when he saw me in his clothes. What are you doing? Mind if I wear your clothes? Charles was stunned. No, I don't mind. Not planning to get married? Jason and Selena have already finished their wedding. Charles, didn't you say you didn't want me to marry anyone else? So, are we going to get our marriage certificate now? Charles was speechless. You mean for us? Get a marriage certificate? I nodded. If you don't want to, forget it. Charles lit up instantly. I'll take you. Why wouldn't I want to? I'd love that. He slammed the accelerator and drove straight to the Registrar of Vital Records, where we got our marriage certificate without hesitation. Let's go to the hotel. Charles blushed, embarrassed. So soon? We haven't even held hands yet. What are you thinking? I asked you to take me to the hotel where my wedding is held. The banquet shouldn't be over yet, let's go give Jason and Selena some money. Okay. After arriving, I casually grabbed a red envelope and slipped $38 inside. Charles and I sat quietly in an out-of-the-way corner. After a while, Jason and Selena came over to toast to our table. At first, they didn't recognize me. It wasn't until my turn that Jason looked at me. Lydia, when did you get here? Whose clothes are you wearing? Chapter 4. The bride's changed, and I'm still wearing the same dress. Isn't that ironic? Don't get me wrong. You had an accident on the way and couldn't make it, so I asked Selena to handle the formalities. Not only would you have missed the auspicious time, but it wouldn't look right with so many friends and family waiting. I nodded. I understand. Miller's mother and Jenna Linwood arrived. Hey, sister-in-law, what are you wearing? Men's clothes? Lydia, isn't that what Mom's saying? Just because Jason didn't let you ride first, you deliberately skipped the wedding to embarrass him. You're naive. If Selena hadn't stepped in, the whole family would have been humiliated. Don't do that again. Even if Jason dotes on you, I won't tolerate you. Didn't you tell Auntie I was in a car accident? The car that hit me was driven by Selena's best friend. She's been detained by police for deliberately hitting us and will face criminal charges. Selena looked flustered, and Jason quickly defended her. What do you mean by Selena's best friend? You make it sound like Selena asked her friend to hit you. Is that true? Impossible. I know Selena. She's kind and gentle, with no hidden motives. How could she ask her friend to crash into your car? Selena's eyes filled with tears. Mr. Miller, thank you for trusting me. Otherwise, even if I jumped into the Yellow River, I couldn't clear my name. Don't be afraid. Some people just like to bite the dog. Jason, are you calling me a dog? I just want you to see that Selena helped you today. You should thank her, not slander her. Hurry and apologize to her. I was planning a wedding for you, but if you don't apologize, there won't be one. I scoffed. If you won't do it, someone else will. Right, husband? Charles playfully slapped my forehead. I kissed his head gently. Of course. Jason blinked, shocked. What did you call him? Husband. He's my husband legally. Thank you for not marrying me. I'm Mrs. Nolan now. Chapter 5. Jason frowned. Lydia, what are you saying? I'm your husband. We even had a wedding. You're mistaken. Selena held your wedding. I just played a few door-blocking games with you this morning. Wasn't Selena the one who actually conducted the ceremony with you? How many times must I say? Selena only helped with formalities. You're still my bride. Sorry, I don't need anyone else handling my wedding formalities. So what do you mean now? Isn't it obvious? It's over between us. I'm grateful to you, Jason. If you hadn't pushed after the wedding. If we marry again, I want to choose someone else. Now, I wish you and Selena a long, happy marriage and a baby soon. I shoved the red envelope into Selena's hand. This is my share. She opened it and frowned. Why only $38? Because that's all you're worth. Selena's face turned green with anger. Mr. Miller, I helped her out of kindness, and she calls me a bitch. Lydia, there are many guests here, including your family. Now's not the time to throw a tantrum. My parents died young. Those relatives and friends aren't really family. If you hadn't forced me to invite them, saying the wedding wouldn't be lively without them, I wouldn't have had to shamelessly call them one by one. I spent a lot of money inviting those people. Some of them didn't even bother to show up. I don't even know what she looks like. So what if they made fools of themselves? We'll never see them again anyway. Jason's face darkened. Lydia, today wasn't a big deal. Why did you have to make such a scene? I'll give you one last chance. Apologize to Selena right now, and I'll pretend nothing happened. Otherwise, don't come back to our new house today. I need to rethink our relationship. I sneered. Even if you asked me to come back, I wouldn't. But I do have to go. A lot of the stuff in the new house was bought by me. Since we're breaking up, I hope you don't mind me taking it with me. Fine. I don't want to waste any more time talking to you. I took Charles's arm. Honey, let's go pack my things. We strode past Jason, whose face turned green. Lydia, you're going to embarrass me in public, aren't you? Jason chased after me, with Selena in high heels following him. Mr. Miller, please stop worrying about Lydia. The more you indulge her, the worse her temper gets. Let's stay and finish the toast. So many guests are waiting. With a groan, Selena stumbled and fell. Jason glanced at me, then at her, and finally went back to help her. Charles and I returned to the wedding room. Without a word, I started packing. I gathered everything I could take and smashed whatever I couldn't. Thinking about Jason and Selena living here, I'd rather destroy this place than let that scumbag and bitch enjoy it. After packing, I took one last look around. I once dreamed of marrying Jason here, having children, and growing old together. Now, it was all a lie. This place was no longer mine. Before leaving, I transferred the $30 million betrothal gift Jason had given me back to him. Then I blocked all his contact info. Don't linger. This house is unlucky. We'll have a better home in the future. How about we go house hunting tomorrow? Villas are opening in Eastlake. I nodded. Okay. Can I stay at your place tonight? Charles was stunned, then his ears reddened. We're legally married now, so we should live together. Even though I know you want to avoid Jason, I'm still happy about it. I hesitated to meet Charles's eyes. Though we'd known each other for over 20 years and shared everything, there was still some awkwardness when friends became lovers. At Charles's house, I didn't know whether to sit or stand. I'd been there before, but never this reserved. Charles was nervous too, his face flushed like a ripe apple. How about you shower first, and I'll go after you? Okay. I retreated to the bathroom and prepared myself mentally. Since we had a marriage certificate, we were legally married. There was no reason to be awkward. After gathering courage, I left the bathroom and waited in the bedroom. When Charles finished, we naturally fell into the usual married routine. I'd underestimated Charles before. He wasn't just handsome, he had an incredibly attractive figure. What surprised me most was how much better he was than Jason in that regard. Chapter 6. In short, I was very satisfied. The next day, after breakfast, Charles drove me to Donghu to look at houses. We were thrilled with the villa we'd just seen and were about to sign the contract. Just as I picked up my pen, a startled voice behind me exclaimed, "Lydia, I finally found you." Jason rushed over. "Last night, I went back to our wedding room and saw you'd taken all your things and returned the $30 million betrothal gift I gave you. I wanted to call to apologize, but your number was always disconnected. I went to your place, but no one was there. Today, someone told me they saw you at East Lake, so I rushed here. Lydia, I thought it over last night. I was definitely inconsiderate about the wedding, and you're right to be angry. You can vent all you want, but please don't ignore me. We're husband and wife. Married couples fight at night and make up by morning. No overnight grudges. I came today to apologize. I'm planning a wedding ceremony for you. This time, I'll make sure you marry me with full honor." I scoffed. "Jason, you don't really think I'm still mad at you, do you? We're done. I have a new family now. Please don't bother me." "Don't say that, Lydia. I know you can't live without me. We've been together 8 years, we'll never part. So you think after 8 years, no matter how much you hurt me, I'll never leave? Jason, I'm not as cheap as you think. I, Lydia, have never been lovesick. I only love those loyal to me. But since you betrayed me, I won't love you anymore. I just asked Selena to handle the formalities. I'm innocent with her." "Innocent?" I pulled up yesterday's wedding video. "You kissed her in public and still say you're innocent? Do you think I, Lydia, am stupid?" Jason's face flashed panic. "No, it was just a trick." "Does a trick mean no scandal?" Seeing he couldn't argue, Jason said, "The atmosphere was intense, I couldn't help myself. Just. Lydia, there's nothing between Selena and me. Yesterday's wedding was an accident. I don't want to hear excuses. My husband and I are buying a wedding house. Please don't bother us." "Husband?" Jason scoffed. "You mean Charles? Isn't he your good friend? You've known each other for over 20 years and never been together, and he became your husband yesterday?" I held Charles's arm. "Yeah. So what? Don't be ridiculous." "I don't believe it." "Husband, show him the marriage certificate." Charles pulled the certificate from her bag and held it up. "Open your eyes and see if I'm not Lydia's legal husband." Jason was stunned for a long moment. You actually married this guy?" "Yes, I told you yesterday. We're legally married." Jason's eyes reddened. "Lydia, how could you be so impulsive? Getting a marriage certificate isn't small. How could you just do it with someone else? Did you consider my feelings?" "Why should I consider your feelings? Do I need your permission?" Chapter 7. Get a divorce right now. I'll pretend nothing happened. Let's start over. First, get the marriage certificate, then have a proper wedding. Charles could no longer hold back his anger. "Are you out of your mind? Don't you get what I'm saying? My wife and you are done. She's legally mine now. If you keep pestering her, don't blame me for being rude." Jason shoved Charles hard. "Who do you think you are? Lydia doesn't love you. She only loves me. She married you just to spite me. Do you really think she has you in her heart? That's not for you to decide. Maybe she loved you once, but now she only loves me. You stole my wife, you jerk. I, Jason, won't let you get away with this." Jason lunged forward with a punch but missed. Charles kicked him in the groin. Jason's face turned purple with pain. "You dared to sneak attack me? I'll fight you." Charles had trained in kickboxing. Jason was no match. Within seconds, Jason lay on the ground, unable to get up. At that moment, Selena arrived. "Hey, Mr. Miller, how did you end up like that?" "Send him a lawyer's letter. I want compensation. I want him ruined." "You even hit me? I don't think you'll survive in Bayport anymore." Selena helped Jason up. Mr. Miller, I told you not to come near Lydia. She's furious. She won't listen to you. Why don't you come back with me now? Wait a few months for her to calm down. Maybe she'll come back on her own. After a few months, when she's calmer, Lydia will be pregnant. Jason pushed Selena away. Lydia, do you really want to be with this loser? He's just a low-level worker. What can he give you? Look at this house. Can he afford it? Even if he does, you'll be stuck with a lifetime mortgage. If you want this house, I can buy it all for you. Charles sneered. Mr. Miller, you're so arrogant. Buying all the East Lake villas would cost at least $10 billion. Can you afford that? Jason couldn't. Even if I'm broke, I'm still 100 times richer than you. If you can afford a toilet in this house, I'll take your last name. Then you'll have to change it to Jason Nolan. You're just bragging. Do you know who the developer is? It's the Nolan Group. Don't tell me you're the crown prince of the Nolan Group? If I were the crown prince, I'd have you kowtow to me right now. Charles smiled. Remember what you said. He called the East Lake sales office. This gentleman is interested in buying all the villas. Show him the payment options. Sir, please no, I'll pay by credit card if I must. Who knows if you're colluding with the seller? I'm not that easy to fool. It doesn't matter. We can sell the house anyway. But if you don't have the money, don't pretend. It's embarrassing to make excuses. It's my choice whether to buy or not. Who says I have to just because I said so? Now it's your turn to prove you're the crown prince. Don't change the subject. Okay. Charles took out his phone and started dialing. You know my grandfather, right? Chapter 8. Is your grandfather some important man? How would I know him? The call connected. Grandpa, are you busy? Mr. Miller from Summit Tech Innovations wants to say hello. Charles handed the phone to Jason. This is my grandfather. Jason froze when he saw Charles's grandfather. Hello, Chairman. I'm Jason from Summit Tech Innovations. Grandpa nodded. Hello, I've heard Charles mention you before. You used to be Lydia's fiancé, right? Charles took back the phone. Grandpa, he's no longer Lydia's fiancé. I have good news. Lydia and Elle got married yesterday. She's now your granddaughter-in-law. Grandpa paused, then laughed heartily. Great, great. I've wanted Lydia to join the Nola family for a long time, but you never chased her properly. That really upset me. It's not that I didn't try, I just never had the chance. Now, she's my wife. Excellent. Bring Lydia home for dinner tonight. I'll have the chef prepare her favorite dishes. Okay. After the call, Jason still looked dazed. You really are the crown prince of Metrocorp. Do you think your company got so many projects from Metrocorp by chance? Without Lydia's connections, you wouldn't even qualify to bid. All right, kowtow to me now. Jason was sweating, begrudgingly kowtowing with no dignity. Not kowtowing at all wasn't an option anymore. Besides, Charles wasn't the man he used to be. He didn't dare offend him. So he knelt quickly and kowtowed Charles. I didn't even glance at him. Oh. I just remembered. Come to the office with me later. I'll hand in my resignation and pack my things. Jason's eyes were bloodshot. Lydia, you're quitting your job just to get away from me? I wasn't happy with this job anyway. If you hadn't said you wanted to see me every day, I wouldn't have stayed in admin for so long. I studied finance. I've been doing odd jobs at the company for 8 years for you. Now, it's time to go home and enjoy life. You know how rich my husband is. Even if I stay home until I die, I'll never run out of money. Right, husband? Charles hugged me and kissed my forehead. Of course. What's mine is yours. Let's go. Let's head back to the office now. Charles drove me back, and I wrote my resignation in no time. I printed it and threw it at Jason. "Mr. Miller, I'm quitting. I won't approve it. Even if you don't, I'm resigning anyway. At worst, I'll give up this month's salary." The colleagues I didn't get along with craned their necks to watch me as I walked past them. "Can you send me the video you took of my wedding yesterday? I want to see it." They exchanged glances. "I just want the video. I won't cause trouble." After a moment's hesitation, they sent it. Just as I was leaving, I ran into Miller's mother and Jenna at the company entrance. "Lydia, you've made such a fuss. It's time to stop. Your sister and I haven't eaten or slept well these past 2 days since you left." "That's because there's no one to cook for you. But it's fine. Selena can take my place. You can order her around from now on." "How can that be? She's just Jason's secretary. You're the only one recognized as my daughter-in-law." Chapter 9. Only me, I sneered. "You only accept me because my family is wealthy and I can support Jason. You want to consume everything my family has, don't you? Sister-in-law, your words are too harsh. We came to you personally because we consider you family. Don't be so ungrateful. I can't afford to marry into a family like yours. You should just find Selena. She's one of your own." I shoved Jenna aside. She was blocking my path and walked away without a backward glance. That night, a friend sent me a link to a video on Douyin. "Lydia, look. Someone's spreading filthy rumors about you." I clicked the video. It was posted anonymously. Though the faces were blurred, it was obvious the bride was me. The video twisted several clips out of context, dubbed over with a voice changer. The bride spent her wedding day hanging out with her childhood friend. The groom caught her wearing his childhood friend's clothes. He cancelled the wedding immediately and married his secretary instead. The comments beneath were brutal. "This bride is shameless. About getting married and still fooling around with her childhood friend? If I were the groom, I'd be furious. Her lust is uncontrollable. She might as well sell herself. She's nothing but a disgraceful slut. Her parents must be terrible people to raise such a shameless woman." Among the insults toward me were also well wishes for the groom and his secretary. The groom should have been with his secretary long ago. What kind of bride is she, marrying into a wealthy family? The groom and the secretary are made for each other. Congratulations. A perfect match, truly. Congrats. Reading these comments, I couldn't help but laugh. I knew Selena would exaggerate my wearing Charles's clothes, but luckily, I had a plan ready. I immediately uploaded the video recorded by my colleagues and posted a detailed clarification. "Hello everyone, I'm the bride in the video. First, I wasn't with my childhood friend on the wedding day. My fiancé refused to let me ride in the lead car, claiming his secretary was carsick. He ignored my feelings completely and drove off with his secretary in the front car. Only then did I get into my childhood friend's car. On the way, I was hit by the car of the secretary's best friend. My fiancé, saying I couldn't be there, asked his secretary to complete the wedding ceremony for me. I was so furious, I replaced the traditional showy outfit and broke off with him. Now, the secretary's best friend is in administrative detention. I take full legal responsibility for my statements and will sue the person who posted the video and spread lies." Then I shared evidence of the entire process of Jason pursuing and proposing to me proof that I wasn't the green tea forced marriage scam my colleagues claimed. After releasing this clarification, the online mood shifted dramatically. Those who had criticized me turned on Selena and even attacked Jason's mother and sister, Jenna. "This secretary is such a green tea. I've never heard of anyone needing to ride in the lead car because of motion sickness. What's next, riding first to funerals? Neither the groom nor the secretary is innocent. The secretary demanded the lead car with a ridiculous excuse, and the groom agreed. They must be having an affair. And the groom's mother and sister both approved this? This family is rotten to the core. They even support the bride's remarriage. These people have the audacity to twist the truth and fabricate dirty rumors about the bride online. If she hadn't had proof, she'd have been slandered to death. These bitches are vicious. They deserve to die. Chapter 10. Netizens didn't just uncover Jason and Selena's true identities, they also discovered the exact location of his company's headquarters. Fueled by anger and disgust, a wave of furious messages flooded social media, condemning both of them on my behalf. The online community rallied against them, and many of Jason's business partners, shocked and betrayed by the scandal, immediately severed all ties with his company. The powerful Metrocorp Group also cut all connections to Jason, effectively blacklisting him from the entire industry. The fallout was swift and merciless. Within a matter of days, Jason's company declared bankruptcy. Meanwhile, I filed a formal lawsuit against Selena for defamation and slander, determined to hold her accountable for the lies she spread about me. When I finally faced Jason again, the man before me was a shadow of his former self. His once vibrant eyes were sunken and dull, and his face had grown gaunt and pale, revealing a man beaten down by disgrace and loss. Jenna followed behind him, no longer the polished, confident woman I'd known, but disheveled and dust-covered, weighed down by the heavy burden of their downfall. "Lydia," Jason began, his voice shaking with desperation, "I'm truly sorry. I'd done my investigation, and it turns out it really was Selena's best friend who bumped into you that day. I was completely deceived by that scheming woman. She betrayed me. I've already fired her." He swallowed hard, then continued, "I came today to offer a sincere apology. For the sake of what we once had, please consider helping me. Our mother is gravely ill," he said, voice cracking. "Her company's collapse hit her hard. She's always been kind to you. Please, for her sake, could you ask Charles to help save me?" Jenna nodded tearfully, "Yes, sister-in-law. We were almost family. You can't just watch us fall apart like this, can you?" I looked at them coldly. "Why should one? Isn't this all your fault? If you hadn't started spreading those filthy rumors about me online, I wouldn't have exposed your own scandals." Jason's expression hardened. "You started it. And I decide when it ends. Do you want Mom to die?" Jason asked bitterly. "She's lying in a hospital bed on oxygen. She can't handle more stress. That's not my fault, she's there. You brought this on yourself. Jason, if you dared to do this, you should have thought through the consequences. You hurt me so recklessly, betting that I wouldn't fight back. I told you I'm not some lovesick fool. I don't love you anymore. I'll repay you 10 times over for what you've done. You should consider yourself lucky it was Selena who slandered me online. You used her as your pawn. Otherwise, you wouldn't just be bankrupt, you'd be behind bars. Lydia, how can you be so cruel? I've always treated you well. And now, just because you didn't ride first at the wedding, you're going to destroy me?" At that moment, Jason's assistant handed me an envelope. Without hesitation, I threw it back at him. "How dare you claim you were kind to me?" I spat. "While we were together, you were cheating on me with Selena and she's pregnant with your child. The biggest regret of my life is having dated you, Jason, for 8 long years." I pulled out the photo inside the envelope. Jason's face drained of color. The confident mask cracked, and for the first time, I saw fear and shame in his eyes. He dropped to his knees, tears streaming uncontrollably down his cheeks. "I'm sorry, Lydia. I'm so sorry. Even though I slept with her, I only ever loved you." I shook my head in disgust. "Jason, you make me sick." I signaled security to escort Jason and Jenna out. Jenna screamed and begged me to save them, but I refused to listen. Not long after, Jason's company officially collapsed, and he was buried under a mountain of debt. Selena was sentenced to 3 years in prison for defamation and slander, paying the price for her lies and manipulation. That same day, I received the most incredible news I could have ever hoped for. I'm pregnant. The hurtful people and painful events that once dominated my life have faded into the background. Now, I only look forward to the new life growing inside me, a fresh start filled with hope and promise. The aftermath of everything was surreal. The viral exposure of Jason's betrayal and Selena's deceit completely dismantled their carefully constructed facade. Friends and acquaintances I once feared might turn against me instead of standing by my side, moved by my courage and resilience. The business world that once respected Jason now whispers his downfall as a cautionary tale. The swift collapse of his company sent shockwaves throughout the industry, and many wondered how quickly fortune could turn. Metrocorp's decisive action cutting ties and banning Jason cemented his fall from grace and reaffirmed the power of integrity and truth. I was grateful for their support. Without it, my path forward would have been much harder. Despite everything, I never lost sight of my own strength. I fought back not just for myself but to protect my dignity and the future I envisioned. The lawsuit against Selena was more than just a legal battle, it was a declaration that lies and slander would not be tolerated. Justice was served, and her sentence was a stark reminder of the consequences of deceit. When Jason and Jenna appeared before me, broken and desperate, it was a moment of closure. Their pleas for mercy and help were met with cold resolve. I had no sympathy left for those who had tried to destroy me. The envelope Jason's assistant handed me was a final insult, an attempt to guilt me into submission. But instead, it revealed his true nature and sealed his downfall. That photo, proof of his betrayal, was the ultimate evidence that the man I once trusted was a fraud. His tearful apology felt hollow, but it was a moment of poetic justice. I signaled security without hesitation. Their screams and pleas echoed behind me, but I refused to look back. My focus was on the future, not the ruins of the past. The news of my pregnancy brought a wave of joy and peace I hadn't felt in a long time. It was a new beginning, a chance to build a life filled with love and happiness, free from the shadows of betrayal and lies. As I prepare to welcome this little life into the world, I feel a renewed sense of hope and determination. The trials I endured have made me stronger, wiser, and more resilient. This is my story, not one of victimhood, but of triumph and the power of standing up for oneself. And with that strength, I will face whatever the future holds, knowing that the best is yet to come.